This conference will now be recorded.
Is what we are going to see today. Salesforce is a kind of CRM platform designed mainly to support sales and service process, right? So this is mainly designed to support sales and service related activities. We have seen a lot of features in the platform like workflow, process builder, uh, approval process, which helps an organization to automate different business activities. And we have standard objects to store data related to customers, leads, right? And the opportunities that you have with customers, and all data related to your sales. And we also have objects to manage data for support activities. It means a customer raise an issue. So how do you track those issues? And how do you handle those issues, assigning to right team, uh, and escalating the issues if it is not closed within the agreed time period? So all those features we have out of box features, right? We are into admin part of the course, so we are seeing everything out of box, uh, without API, right? Like your validation rules, formulas, everything. Okay, we already had some idea about how the objects are related to each other. We already had some idea, for under every topic. We have taken an example on account, contact, opportunities, and all. Okay, but now this session is going to concentrate uh, more on these objects and relationship, and mainly we're going to see how the lead data can be uh, managed in Salesforce platform, Lightning platform, to convert them into your customer. And what are the activities uh, you will perform it within the platform, and what are the supporting features that helps you to track the leads, so that you will spend less time uh, tracking the data manually. Instead, you automate most of the things. This is the main objective of every sales process, right? Every sales activities. When you sell any product to customer, what is your objective? It, to sell product. What would be your activities? First, you have to market your product, right? So you need to market your product. So you'll perform certain marketing. You'll conduct some marketing activities, events. Depends upon your business uh, size. Depends upon your business strategy. Is this? We can put mute. If you have no any question. Yeah. So you do marketing activities, and then from marketing activities you generate the leads, isn't it? Suppose I am looking for, uh, I'm going to start a development course by 15th of this month, right? Then what I do from now, I just uh, going to send email to all my known contacts and to my consultancy, right? So that I would get some leads. So the one I am the email that I am sending informing them and about my new course, it's a kind of marketing activity. It's a kind of email marketing, isn't it? So then I would, the object is to generate the leads. So I get leads. Leads is nothing but a person who has shown interest to your product and who may or may not become your customer, right? Lead is nothing but the person who's shown interest to your product and who may or may not become your customer. And in an organization, in a big organization, where I have, uh, my uh, the volume of the database, the volume of customer is very huge, right? Then you see like the leads that you track every day. It's a kind of very huge quantity. Okay, every sales representative in my organization would follow up hundreds of leads every day and a lot of follow-ups, and every leads will have different status, isn't it? So the status, the lead, right? You have different uh, the status in the sense the meetings, that you have with the leads will be in falls in different time period, different region. So how do you track all those activities? How do you track all those activities for each and every lead of your organization? Then we go for a standardized process, a standard process, and we go for uh, a defined platform called CRM, which helps you to track all your activities in a defined standard uh, out of box features, like your objects and the supporting features like workflow, everything. Okay, but we have very specific core features available in the platform, very specific features that would help a sales representative to support these activities, so that a sales representative would be able to close more deals, isn't it? Deals in the sense the opportunity that you have with your customer. Okay, and even before this, how do you track? How do you perform? Uh, how do you how the platform helping you to track the leads when you have huge volume of data leads needs to be follow up. Then what are the features we have? No, that helps you to automate most of the manual activities, right? So that your time that you spend to convert your lead will be reduced, right? So if you do not have a process in place, then it takes more time for you to convert the leads to customers. There will be a duplicate follow up, right? Duplicate data, and the data are not in one place. So all those are very common issues if you do not have a standard system in place. So that's what your CRM system helping you to do that. Okay, good to follow. So clear. So we have a campaign. Campaign is a object which helps you to track your marketing related projects, right? Marketing related projects. What would be the marketing related projects? The name of the marketing activity. What is the type of the marketing activity? It can be a email marketing, or uh, it can be a webinar, isn't it? Or it can be a trade show, right? In the malls, you might have, right? it's the usual scenario, right? In the malls, you will see they keep a product, their brand product, and they do conduct some events, to market their product. So, what is the budget of the what is the actual cost, planned cost or actual cost involved, to uh, uh, to perform this campaign? Because you should know like how much cost you spend and how much leads you generated and how many leads become your customer, so that it is wise to follow this campaign budget everything, so that how much you spend, how much you get out of it, right? So all those are fields. Some of the fields I mentioned here, you'll see a lot of fields will be it will be there in your campaign object. Okay, then from the campaign you may generate the leads, isn't it? So leads nothing but prospects, the person who has shown interest to your product. Okay, who may or may not become your customer. Not every leads uh, you can convert to your customer, right? Not every inquiries that I received uh, would join my course, isn't it? So that's how you effectively you track the leads and how you uh, promote your product. All right, all takes, and how you satisfy existing customer so that you'll get more customers, right? So the lead is not just uh, you get from the campaign always, isn't it? You're not going to get the leads always from the campaign. Your customers, existing customers, would also refer, uh, the new customers for you, new leads for you. And campaign is the one source for the lead, and I can also get the lead in different source, isn't it? I can directly insert a record into the uh, Salesforce UI manually, right? So leads, a direct inquiry, and I would get the leads from different other system. Then what I would do? Suppose there are other different organization working for leads. They refer leads for me, right? So there are some other consultancy generate leads for me. I inform them I'm going to start the developer course by this particular date. Then they generate the leads and they provide to me. If an organization like a big organization like an insurance or banking, see, they get a lot of leads, a bulk volume of leads from other system. Then how do you upload into your Salesforce database? How do you upload leads into Salesforce database? If I get say 1,000 leads every day from your other organization, data loader, which is the best option, data loader or import wizard? Anyone? What is the best way you can upload the bulk volume of lead manually into data loader? It's not about quantity. It's quantity takes less priority here. The important factor here is I should not upload duplicate leads, isn't it? I should not upload duplicate leads. Then which option would be, which tool would be preferable, to upload a bulk volume of leads? Out of box feature, data loader or import wizard? That's my question. Import wizard. Why it is so? Because we have import wizard will help you to uh, avoid duplicates based on email, right? In the leads, email is the key field which decides whether the lead is a duplicate lead or isn't it unique. So import wizard is a, but still you can use data loader, and but import wizard is a tool uh, as a best practice. Even if your file has more than 50,000 records, you can split the file and go with import wizard to avoid duplicate record getting uploaded. Able to follow all of you? Everyone? Everyone? Yes. Okay. I keep repeating. Should be interactive. Okay. I don't know whether you got the concept or not. Right. So uh, that is one thing. So you get the leads from different ways, right? So one is directly enter the leads, go to my lead object and manually enter the leads as a sales agent, right? I'm the one. No, I got some inquiry. I got, then I just enter the details here and save it. Okay, so that's one. An import user or data loader. And what else? I may also have a program. I may also have a program in place, right? Where the third-party systems, integrated, they send lead information. So API. Okay, I refer it as API. So some interfaces, programming interfaces through which I get the leads record. Okay, and what are the other source? Other source, you need to tell me. See, this is my uh, a site. Okay, where someone look for tutorials or something, then they see I have some inquiry form here. Okay, then what they do? They give their information and submit. So there are some inquiries. Every organization has a contact UI, isn't it? They have some contact option so that you will go and submit your queries. If you like to inquire about the product or no, then you just submit the query. Then now the organization get that inquiry into their database. It's because of that integration, right? Integration which you know uh, in place which capture the lead, capture the lead from the company website to the Salesforce database directly. That we can do. Okay, we can do that. That uh, that feature is called web to lead concept. Web to lead. Okay, from the web, from the website, I can capture the lead. So company website. So from the company side, you can also get the lead directly, automatically. Whenever you submit the record from the site, then you will see the lead record will be created automatically. Okay, got me. So when the lead record is created, then who is going to work on this lead? Who is going to work on this lead? So whether no, I get thousands of lead inquiries every day for different types of product. Okay, then I have different. I have a team. The team specific to the product. Not one team handle all the product inquiries, isn't it? So in that case, how do I assign the leads? How do I assign the owner of the lead? Right now I am the one creating, right? But when you get the leads from external website, then you will see we have a process automation which will assign the owner field according to the filter criteria, according to the criteria that you have in the lead object. Okay, depends upon the product. For example, right, someone post inquiries about product in my site. Someone post inquiries about, I do not have a drop down field here. Suppose I have a product inquiries related to development, integration. Okay, so and some other marketing cloud or banking related courses. Then I have my a colleague who is handling, okay, who handles marketing or banking related course. Then when when someone submit the inquiries related to that product, then my colleague has to get the email. Okay, then my colleague should be a owner of that lead. So that assignment, okay, that assignment, how to capture the lead from the website, that is one thing. And other thing, how to assign automatically, how to assign the lead automatically to particular group of users or individual users. Okay, that's a features, that's a features will help you to right? That's what you are seeing now. So that feature is called assignment rule. So you'll have a rule in place, like your workflow. When the criteria is met, when the criteria is met, then you'll see the owner of the lead will be automatically assigned as we defined in the assignment rule. Okay, and when the lead is assigned, when the lead is assigned to the particular owner, I mean, when the user submitted the inquiry, right? When the user submitted the inquiry, they provide their email ID, right? They provide their email ID. Once you submitted any inquiries, you know, in any uh, a site you might have come across, you would also get response, isn't it? You would also get response, automatic response to your email ID, whatever you provided, right? Saying like, they would get back in 24 hours, or thanks for uh, reaching us, thanks for contacting us, right? Some information auto response. So that would also okay, that can also be done in here auto response. So rules, it's actual rule. Why do you call it a rule? Because you inquire for some product, then I can post information, I can reply back automatically from Salesforce organization uh, related to that product inquiry. Then I may have condition. Okay, when this is a product, then email this content based on this email template. Okay, when a customer posts inquiries about that product, then right, like that, based on rules or generic response, you can send to the customer back to the inquiries, whoever inquire, and to that email ID I can respond back to the particular email ID automatically. These are all process automation you can implement. Able to follow? We're going to see everything practically. I'm just giving an introduction uh, before we get into practical session. Okay, am I clear? Okay. Okay, so then uh, so we have campaigns and leads, then you will follow up with the leads. How do you follow up with the leads? We have activities, right? Activities is nothing but your task and the event. So this is a feature helps you to object. Okay, your task and event object together is uh, referred as activities. We go here, set up, customize, activities, task, event. Okay, so if I'm just going to have a lot of activities related to this lead, now belongs to this company. Then what I do, I will have an activity section here. Then here, then I create the reminder related to this. Some meetings I would have, some task I would have. I would like to assign to some other sales rep. Then I would just create a task and meeting invite related to this lead. So everything can be tracked below that uh, particular record itself, right? So you'll have a history in place, right? Whatever the activities are closed, then you'll have it moves to history. Okay, so like that you will track it. So the activity is helping you to track, and then this process, is called conversion, which means you convert uh, your lead to customer. Okay, so whatever the information you have in the lead, that information will go to the other table when they become your customer, right? When someone inquires about my course, they are leads, and once they enroll for the course, or they know, or they say they confirm like they are going to join, then I would consider them as my customer. Okay, so the customer's data will be stored in account object and contact object in Salesforce. Okay, so contact object in Salesforce. So what type of relationship I would have uh, if the contact and account one to many or one to one? One to one or one to many? So one account may have multiple contacts. Okay, right. So why do you have a two object if you have right? It's someone inquire about my course, for example. They are just individual person, right? They become your customer. Then why don't I have why not I have one object to store that particular customer details? Why it is so? When you go for account and contact, what is the purpose of account object? What is the purpose of contact object? Take an example. Take an example. I have an ABC insurance company. Okay, uh, using Salesforce platform to track their sales activities. Okay, ABC insurance company using Lightning Salesforce Lightning Ultimate Unlimited Edition, right? Sorry, Unlimited Edition to track the sales activities. Okay, so in that cases, who would be the customers for this organization? Who would be the customers for ABC Insurance Corporation? The customers would be an individual customer, or the customer would be in another organization, right? A customer would be another organization. Okay, so there will be a in a hospital, right? A health organization who looking for bulk volume of uh, health insurance product. There will be in a company, which is looking for uh, a medical insurance policy for their employees. So in that cases, right, the company, the company, the customer, the company details will be stored in account object, and the point of contact, right, the person details in that company. There may be a VP of that organization, right? Suppose, say, uh, you know, an Apollo is a health organization looking for a bulk volume of product from this insurance corporation. Then what I do, I will store the name of the company and an industry of the company, right? Those details into my account object, and whoever be in the point of contact for ABC Corporation, that those will be stored here. Maybe the HR of the department, right, and insurance coordinator, or the VP, the director of the company. So there are the three contacts for one customer. Then I would store the name of the companies in account object, and point of contact of that organization I would store in uh, contact object. So one company may have multiple contacts. As here in this example, for ABC Insurance Corporation, the customer is Apollo, and to whom they would interact for any further opportunities, and right, whatever the transaction they have, right, the sales representative of ABC Insurance Corporation would be in touch with these contacts, the person details, right, the phone numbers, emails, everything will be stored here. You got me? If we have individual customer, sometimes you will have individual customers who buy product directly from ABC Corporation, not the company. Then you will see uh, you can directly store the details into contact object. A contact can be created under an account, or with account, or without account you can create. In that cases, the individual customer details you store in just contact. Okay. And this relationship is not mandatory. It's not necessary. Account will always be generated from lead. I would also get the customers directly, right? I would also get the customer directly, like Salesforce UI, isn't it? I need not track the convert the lead to customer always. Okay, and also I have a import process through which I also get customers, right? And I also have API through which I also get customers. Okay, so right, a customer refer another customer, like that. Okay, so we go for conversion, lead conversion. When you lead a lead object only if we have bulk volume of enquiries, large volume of enquiries, scope you have in your organization, right? So hardly I get very few number of leads every day in my business. Then I need not go with creating a lead in a lead object. Then they convert them. That is not necessary, right? I just have a I need not have object. I just have a follow up with simple uh, just note somewhere and just follow up and they become customer. There are some organization, they do not have lead object. They directly get the customer. Some other organization, their partner work for generating the leads. No, they just convert the leads and they provide the customer directly. In that case, I don't go for lead, isn't it? I get leads directly. I don't go for campaign. So these are all okay. These are all the things you should know. In any sometime you work on project, you find it's a sales cloud project, but still they don't have lead because of the uh, because how they run the business and the strategy they follow might be different from the conventional life cycle. Okay, got me? Okay, right? Will you follow? So, and if you consider this example, okay, this example, sorry, in this example, so right, so suppose the right this organization, they follow them as a lead here, and when they are here, right, when Apollo was here, then what are the details you will store in the lead object? All the details that are here, the name of the account, name of the person, okay, everything will be a kind of information in the lead record. It's like a business card, right? When someone comes for inquiry, then what details you would be interested to know from them? Their name, phone number, the company they belongs to, is there any alternative phone numbers, their address. So those details will be a part of your lead object. Okay, so let's go from here. Okay, even we have campaign. Campaign takes less priority now for the discussion, but just to see, campaign will have a name, type of the campaign. Okay, started, ended, like this. Okay, the campaign may have a date also, right? Some campaigns will have 2 days, 2 days event or something. Okay, like that. Then campaign budgets, although optionally give some description. Then so we have created campaign record. Okay, and right. So lead. So what are the information you'll have in the lead object? We'll see. So lead object, required a mandatory value for mandatory fields, last name and company. Okay. So to take an example, so this is a guy. I'm interacting with the. Okay, see, I'm the ABC Corporation, for example. Okay, have this lead, whatever. Okay, VP of the organization, something. And see here I can relate from which campaign I got this lead. Maybe this campaign, okay, and which industry they belongs to, like this, and what is their phone number, okay, and then what is their company website. These are optional, but still I just give some like this. I just okay like this, and we have status field, right? Status field says a sales representative who is myself. I am the sales representative, for example. Then I know what is the status of this lead as of now. Okay, I just got the inquiry from the campaign. So then, but their status is not. I mean, I have not yet contacted them. I just record the details in my system. Okay, and number of employees they have, like that, and whether it's our priority customers or not, like the rating field I have. So right, even if you like to capture more information than this, then what do? You create a custom field and track all the information in addition to this. You'll be able to create a custom field, right? Suppose you have different status here. Okay, with respect to my business, I have something like I would send a sales representative to a company directly. Okay, then that could also be one of the status I would like to track here, like uh, in-person meeting. The status is in-person meeting. The status is in-person meeting completed. Okay, the status would be a conference meeting. Something the status other than the standard options I would like to add. Is it possible I can add any pick list options in the standard field? Is it possible, right? Standard pick list field, you can customize to have your own options also. Okay, in that cases, people will follow this. Interesting for you. I'm not talking more technical. Okay, I'm just talking the business uh, of the sales. Okay, so that you will be able to relate here. And go to lead. Okay, if you don't interact, I may skip. Then you don't hear any audio from my side. I may skip. So please interact. Okay, so you can add options here, right? So standard pick list, a standard pick list can be customized to have your own options with respect to your business requirement. Okay, right. Hello, got me? Say this. Vijay, Vinay, able to follow? Okay, now what do you do once you got the lead? Then I may have meetings with the lead. I have some activity, right? So I would like to have schedule a meeting with my another with this organization, with another healthcare professional in my organization, right? I'm this ABC organization using this platform. This is my inquiry, okay, to sell my product, and I have my team working for health related activities, health related product organization to handle, I mean company customers or whatever. Okay, then I would, what do you do? I would assign a task to that particular guy. New task. Okay, I I just select the users here. Suppose, right? Security ready self security. Then I just choose him and say him call this lead on priority and just complete this in next 3 days, 2 days time, and this high priority and the command and whatever you give, and then say. Then what he will do? The Kiran would get notified through email, and he would, in his home tab, you would get notified. Kiran, isn't it? So when Kiran logged in, you will get a pop-up saying like the task is assigned to him, right? So then you would go to his home tab and track. No, Kiran would go and edit and track and all those things. Okay, here I cannot use Kiran as a user for, okay, you get the track, but Kiran is a Salesforce platform user. You will not have access to the lead record because you have, right? Salesforce platform user license provide access only to account and contact in the standard object. Okay, maybe to avoid any uh, issues while this, right, while walk through this scenario. Let's go with the Salesforce license profile. So I just go with Ranjit knows. What is the password? Student. Okay, so let me assign a task to, then you see the student user would get notified, and it is here. So what do you go with all open? Okay, so you have this lead. Priority is also exclamated. If the guy is in lightning experience, bell symbol option, there you would get notified. Okay, okay, ma. So like that, and so the agent would just go and work on this lead and call and whatever. Then he would edit, and you would say once the task is done, you would say completed. Once it is completed, then what would happen? In the lead record, it will go from it will move to the history activities. If it is closed, okay. Event is nothing but the meeting invite, isn't it? Okay, right. That is one thing. And in case if the lead is not referred, I mean, there is no reference for the. Oh, yeah, you already okay. So when you see, like when I create the lead record, I have chosen campaign, right? I chosen campaign. You remember the campaign from where this lead has got generated. So once you save the lead, you will see there is a record created in the child object campaign history that okay, the lead came from this campaign. Why it's moved to related history? Sometimes the lead, from you get from more than one campaign also. Okay, more than one campaign also. Okay, just to have some relationship, what are the related campaigns I had, marketing event I had, behind this lead. So just to track this, you can also add this lead to another campaign also. Add to campaign, I can select. Okay, respond. Okay, let us proceed. Now, what is the next thing? These are all follow-up things, and you will also uh, 1 minute. And you, what you will do then? You will just change the status accordingly, working contacted and like that. Then finally, what you will do? You will say closed converted, which means what? If you say not converted, which that what do you mean by that? If I say not converted, closed not converted, what do you mean by that? The status I say closed not converted. Okay, you just uh, lost that lead, right? The lead is no more interested on your product, so they not interested. So I just close close and say not converted. Not converted as your account and contact. Okay, the 10 leads, then maybe one lead become converted, close converted, then other 9 leads are marked as not converted. Okay, when you say converted, then what does it mean? It means they are going to become your customer. Okay, so they became your customer. You won the right, you got the lead as your customer. In that cases, the details of the lead record, right, uh, needs to be moved to the needs to move to the account and contact object, right? Isn't it? So what you will do? You will just save. Then you have to create a account and contact manually, isn't it? So referring these details. Okay, but there is an extent you can automate this process. There is a you can extend you can automate this process. How do you automate it? Now it is in working contacted. So now I'm going to convert the lead. Instead of tracking changing status to converted and then create a account and contact manually, what I'm going to do? I'm going to click on a button called convert button. Follow this. So the convert UI interface will give the information like who is the owner, that conversion is doing the conversion, and this owner became the owner for account record that's going to be created automatically. Okay, the convert button, that you that you click here in the UI, what will happen? It will create a account record from the details of the lead record automatically, right? So the field lead company field, the company field will become okay. If you see the company field will move to the account name. It will move to the a name of the account. It will move as a name of the account. Here that field value will go automatically. Okay, the industry will go here. And what about the person details? The person details will move to the contact object. The contact record will be created automatically. Okay, so this is a process. This is a process which will create the record in account, contact. Okay, optionally opportunity, and a follow-up task will get created. So all these 4 things will happen in this step. Okay, when you do the conversion, I say create the account record, right? And then opportunity. Why? What is opportunity? So okay, the opportunity is like the customer is looking for some thousand, some hundred medical insurance policy there for their staff, for their employees. Then what I do, I just uh, create an opportunity. It's a deal. It's not your what to say. It is not the a confirmed sales actually, right? It's not a confirmed sale. It's a deal. It's a discussion, sales discussion, a deal discussion. That's that I'm going like to store in an object called opportunity. Okay, so they are just discussing about the price and everything. Okay, and so that's going to be stored in object called lead. So again, these are it's again one-to-many relationship only, right? One account, one customer may have multiple leads. Okay, and when you create opportunity, you will also choose account and opportunity, account or contact also, or both also. Why it is so? Because sometimes the individual customer may have multiple opportunity. Okay, so the relationship will go uh, in other way also. Okay, I couldn't show it in the diagram, but when you create opportunity, the opportunity may come from, may come from account directly, or else maybe like this. Okay, so opportunity is a place where you store that opportunity. You will not have always. Can you put mute? Who is this? The opportunity. Okay, the opportunity is not mandatory, right? I just got my customer. They convert my lead to customer, and I do not have opportunity, right? I may have opportunity in future, but not at the moment when I convert the lead to customer. In that case, I need not create opportunity object, opportunity record. I can disable this by enable this checkbox. Okay, you got me? So new account and contact will be created mandatorily, but opportunity is it's a optional one, and task will be created automatically. So some task, right? Says like customer is converted, okay, and send email to owner. Say, remember, any user you choose here, that user is the owner, right? That user should have at least read permission on the lead object. So that, why do you choose a student user? Because student user is a Salesforce platform user, Salesforce user license user. Platform user I cannot choose because platform user doesn't provide access to the lead object. Okay, then what will happen if the lead is converted? It will be no longer viewed or edited as a lead. Okay, but it will only be available for the lead reports. What does it mean? Schema. When I convert, I get this UI, and then I give the some details here. Additionally, then I convert. What happens when you convert? The record values will move to the account, new account record and new contact below that account, isn't it? Then what will happen to this record? This record will no longer be view under your lead tab. You cannot view this. You cannot view the lead tab. It will move to the other side, but you can still see it in the report. Lead report you can see. Okay, so can I go ahead with the conversion? Convert. So far it's clear. Any question? Any question? No question. It means you are clear. Okay, convert. So the status would, status of the lead would automatically move to. I refresh this. The lead is gone, right? The lead that you have seen previously is no more in the no more available for you to view or edit because the information has moved to the account. You see the account record is created. Automatically we navigated to the account tab, right? Earlier we were in UI, conversion UI, lead conversion UI. Now it moves to directly direct to account. Okay, you see the address and phone numbers, everything stored here, and the contact is created. Okay, the contact is created. Below that, I can create multiple contacts. but there is a contact as from the lead, just information will go to the other side. That's it. Follow this. We somehow automated this uh, activity, right? Using convert button out of box feature. You know, this convert button things you can suppose while convert the lead, I would like to perform certain business logic that can also be done by you can convert the lead record programmatically also. Okay, it's different. You will see it in your programming part. Okay, so we haven't enabled opportunities, so opportunity is not created. And you see the activities assigned to. Okay, earlier I just given this name for reason. Oh, sorry. A task, right? Task assigned to student user and like that. Okay, right. So right now, I remember I said if you have informations, additional informations here in lead object, like to capture whatever information, no other information other than the standard fields. I like to capture some additional information. Say uh, a public profile, a LinkedIn profile of this organization. Okay, a LinkedIn profile of this organization I like to capture. It is a lead, right? Ethna Home provides a lead. I like to capture the LinkedIn profile of this organization. I do not have any field here to capture the details. Then what I do? I create a custom field in my lead object. Okay, then I say next. Right, I did this. Then now, okay, it's already some custom fields are there, right? So you know, in platform, uh, they have set the mapping, field mapping. You know, like a company field from lead needs to go to the name field in the account object, right? That's the reason we're able to create the account, isn't it? So the company field will go to account name field automatically when I click on convert and save, isn't it? That was we did for the lead record Apollo, right? So now I have another custom field like a LinkedIn profile. Okay, I have another custom field called LinkedIn. That is it. What I'm saying here, it only, right? Yeah, it is here, right? So this field is not mapped, right? Basically, when I do the conversion, that information, every information from here will go to either account, contact, isn't it? Either account and contact. So we know mandatory field like company will go there, lead company field will go there. But what about LinkedIn field? So this mapping we have to do. The standard mapping is already in place, but where this field will go? Maybe I do not have any field currently in my. I would like to move this LinkedIn field to the account object, account record. Then I do not have any field currently. Then you would also create uh, a custom field in your other side of the object, your target object. Got me? So where should I move this value? Whether account and contact to which field? that mapping you have to do because it's a custom field, right? Only for the standard field, the mandatory field, the mapping is already been established. The mapping already been established. For the LinkedIn, for the new custom field in the lead object, okay, where it has to go in the account and contact, then we have to create, we have to decide, do the mapping. We have to do the mapping either by creating a new custom field or else you would also able to map the existing field, I believe. Okay, ma. Then what I do? I go to the lead object. I have two fields, right? I go to the lead object, lead field. Okay, field section. Come down to the map lead fields. Okay, so you see lead field, lead fields, custom fields. The standard fields we cannot change the mapping. Okay, for the standard fields we cannot change the existing mapping. Source, target. Right now account is selected. So account, right? So we have three objects record can be created, right, as part of conversion. So three objects are there available for you to do the field mapping. So for now, I'm going to map this LinkedIn with the account field company LinkedIn. That's it. What will happen now? When you convert any lead, whatever the information we have here, that would be, automatically goes to the account object company LinkedIn field. Is it clear? Okay. So is there anything I can add now for the lead? Okay. Anyway, we need to discuss more on this uh, lead related to lead, how to capture the lead. So I believe that would be great if we have a discussion tomorrow. I think more information added today. I just upload this image as well into the chatter tab. Okay, so I suggest you to go through this. I'll upload it in the first half. I'll ask them to upload in the first half itself. Maybe guys from US, you may be able to see it in your morning. So just go through it whenever you get time about this. So it's process. Okay, it's more important. Uh, the topic, you to be familiar. Okay, then see you all tomorrow. Take care.